Hello, hello. Man, I've forgotten how to stream, dude. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't know who I am, but I think everything's kind of stable. Bill, mwah. We're in the same room now. We're in the same room now, so. Look. Look. Right there. Look. Look. There he is. Kiss him. Kiss him. I finally like hit a point that I think I'm in a good place, you know? I think we're finally stable. We got mentally I'm doing great now. And then just situationally as well, I think things have finally kind of settled, so it's pretty, yeah, I think I'm just in a good place. You got a window? Dude, yeah. My doors are made of windows. We had to go buy blinds to make sure that this room was was private. Cause I'd be sleeping naked, you know? I don't care who sees. When did my sub die? Oh. I don't know. I do not know. So it's no biggie, man. But if you ever let it happen again, that's it. I'll send Dino over to your house. He'll just start licking random things. He'll never even tell you what he's gonna lick. He'll just lick it. It'll be terrifying. So we're doing. I was kind of just feeling like tossing on a little bit of lo-fi, playing just some Tainted Lost. I figure we'll get a lot of losses. We'll just plan on dying every once in a while, and we'll just kind of go through and we'll see, you know, if we get some things crossed off of the, whoops. So we won't be doing that. Forgot about that. I have a mod on, so I got to turn off all the rules. We'll restart it. But yeah, I kind of figured we can just chill. Also, I don't know if you guys have seen some of the latest YouTube videos, but if you guys like the Billy pet segments of stream, then skip to the end of those vids, and there's a few minutes of just beautiful Billy lo-fi. I literally like bawled the first time I watched it because I was so touched that Dino had put it in. I've been crying a lot. So you can discount that a little bit, but it was still very touching. It was still very touching to me. Ooh, a moon card. See, I've been excited. I think my life is going in a new and kind of fun direction right now. So I'm incredibly anxious, but I'm also very excited to see what's in store. You know, it's kind of cool. Ooh, I don't know if it's worth going for options. I think it probably is with the Tainted Lost, just because. Ooh. Is that enough? Almost. Just because we can choose to like not take the HP, so we'll always hopefully be getting resources. I had one run that item kind of saved. I think. I forget. I haven't gotten a ton of great uses out of it. But when it's useful, it's very useful. Oh. Oh, he was being so cute a second ago. No? Okay. No more cute? No more cute. Never mind. He's like, you're watching me now, father? Don't think I wanna. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. So I've been moving a lot recently. I bought a house and then everything fell apart, and then I didn't get a house, and then I moved in with my parents, and life fell apart and it was terrible for a minute, and now it's good again. So that's, yeah, there you go. I've caught you up. But yeah, you know, being around family, it ain't half bad. It's like Friends, but they have to like me, you know? Like, it's so great. Okay. Oh! I forgot we had birthright. Oh, now we don't have birthright though, huh? Now it's gone. That's too bad. We'll just commit to the mother fight here. I think we take the telepathy. Really no way for us to get any more, really any more anything, so we'll just leave. Are you okay though? I am okay. Yeah, I was, you know, I got pretty depressed for a minute, and but now I'm actually really doing probably better than I've been in a few years. It really is amazing what like a conversation with someone that you know has your greatest interest in mind. Like it's amazing how a conversation with a person like that can just change everything. That is a big poo. What? Hold on, don't kill me because I have to. What? What? What is this? That's it? I've never seen that before. Yeah, you know, sometimes we got to be reminded of simple truths. And I think especially like a lot of us are in kind of a similar kind of like an age bracket where it's very easy to, oh come on, where it's very easy to neglect ourselves. And you know, and so having someone kind of pull you back it's helpful, it's important, and I think we all kind of need it every once in a while. Pandemic and all heck breaking loose. Yeah, I mean that's another big part of it. Like politically, man, I've just been frustrated, and it's one of those things that's like, you know, it's so much bigger than anyone individually, and so that's like overwhelming for everyone individually. Excuse me, what? Ed, come on, man. What was that, man? How is that room real? Edmund? Bro. The guy, I didn't have a chance to register he was there before he died and killed me. Like, I know there's a few people that I've been able to talk to, but it's one of those things with like, I'm a very anxious person. I'm very easy to freak out, you know? And when I'm not able to internalize the freak out, then I always just like crumble. And so, yeah, I mean, I think that's what a lot of people are feeling right now. And I gotta be honest, I just don't know if it's gonna, I kind of think it's gonna get worse before it gets better, kind of deal. But I'm doing my best to just like mentally take a step back, you know? Like it's not something that there's nothing that I can do right now, right? And so I just got to keep my opportunities open. I just got to keep my mind under control, and when it's time for action, you know, when it's time for me to start looking around for other opportunities or you know, just like just a life change in general, then I need to be ready for it. Because now's just not the time, you know. Now is an okay time to just to be okay with waiting. You're back. Welcome back. I outlashed, which is also not good. Yeah. I'm right there with you. Oh, Billy. It's been a struggle living with other people because of Billy. And he's a cat that's like half dog and the other half is toddler. It's a very weird genetic hybrid, but it's legit, okay? Okay, but Ed, that guy spawned under me. But Billy got into a bunch of chocolate this weekend, and like I thought for a couple of hours I thought he was gonna die because he was throwing up all over the place, and he was just, I mean, he just looked sick. I was very, very scared and very angry, and that's, you know, one of those I can't really internalize this moment because it's way too much. And so I kind of yelled at everyone, and I feel okay about it. And like I've apologized because he's okay now, but like they also very much understood. But that's just one of those, you know, it's like it's too much. It's too much to keep in. And sometimes I think it's okay. You know, it's okay to have a freak out as long as you're willing to live with the consequences of the freak out. New place adjustment? Yeah, big time. Yeah, I ended up moving back in with my parents, Camilla, and so there's just a lot of people. I used to just live alone, and so there's a lot of people now, and so it's just a big adjustment. It's good to know he is okay. Like, but it's, you know, it's one of those things. I'm like, I kind of got to put him first in a lot of situations, you know. Like I agreed to adopt this cat, and so I'm gonna do everything in my power to give him the best life possible, right? And so it's like if things are already this bad, I had this whole breakdown. It was stressful, man. It was a bad weekend, but it's resolved, you know. It's resolved, and I'm feeling good now, and he's feeling good, and my family's feeling good, and it's good. It just is good. I'm going to talk about it for one more second, but it really is like it was a really terrible moment that led to very good moments. You know? I'm okay. No, yeah, no. I wouldn't say that without like truly believing that my situation right now is good, and I don't think it's going to change for a while, which is exciting. And then like I've got opportunity now, right? Like I can, in theory, someday soon I can start to kind of get the stream up and more regular again, and I can keep working on the YouTube a lot, and I can finally get my second book finished up, just finished editing, and like there's just a lot of things that now I'm gonna have a chance to do that I didn't before. It's kind of exciting, you know? So like, does anyone else not get negatively affected by talking about this? I don't. Yeah, no, I think like it's important to talk about, right? Because it's something that I had a hard time with for a couple of days, you know, and now it's okay. And I think that's important to hear from other people every once in a while. Like I had a bad little while, but now life is all right. So like, you know, it's just something to remind yourself. It's just kind of facts. It is. I just sort of like wait 2 months before asking the how and what happened with that. And that's fair. And like, you know, if I had, if I had like kind of left it vague, that's the kind of response that I would hope for, that I would hope people would give. But it's definitely, something that I feel is important to talk about. At least for a minute, just here and there, and it just goes in line with kind of the whole situation of moving here and all that. Like it's been this slow buildup of possible like breakdowns, and then finally it happened. I was like, a weird relief, but also not really. It was terrible. but also I had a very bad time. But life is good. Now. This community is a special one, and like I know I feel like everyone says that, but this, I'm not saying about, you know, directly the community that like is dedicated to my stream. I just mean the community that we are a part of, right? Like it's so much bigger, it's so much more close, and I just feel like there's a niche for everyone, and there's a good friend for everyone out there, which is kind of neat. Which is something I feel like a lot of communities don't have, is like actual people who are personable with each other. Like with Soup and with Dino and with, I'm looking at names, Kale and other people and everyone else. Like I feel a genuine connection, right? It's like I could have known some of you people for my entire life. Is like how I feel, you know. It's just like it's this connection on a level that's way deeper than what I expected from the internet, and it's pretty cool. Like I've been streaming for 3 or 4, no, probably longer, probably 4 or 5 years now, and it's been spotty. It's been on and off, and just kind of when I can, and it hasn't been until like the last year and a half or so that I've had like a really good time, and it's not because of like, part of it is got to be because it's been growing a little bit, but most of it is just because I look forward to seeing all of my friends like every day. It's just cool. Like I remember one day my doctor had talked to me, and she's like, hey, like, what you watching on your phone? And I was like, oh, I'm just hanging out with a couple friends. And like, it just kind of said it nonchalant, and she's like, what? And I was like, oh, like that's unusual. And that concept being unusual is now strange to me, because it's so real, you know? And everyone's so, that's the other thing, is everyone is so welcoming. And like, and it's exactly the same with like Merciless Reaver just started, and Dean has been going for a long time now, and the amount that they welcome their brand new audience members is like, it's still on a similar level, which I think a lot of like older streamers and a lot of older meaning people who have been streaming for a long time. Dean, I swear I don't mean you old, but I mean, look at those gray hairs. But a lot of the older streamers, they kind of lose that enthusiasm. But it's much nicer than anyone IRL, right? Oh, totally. That's why for a long time I only watched Spectre, because until community game night with like Wreckfest, I felt like I wasn't supposed to be in it. I understand that a lot too. I was a Soup only boy for a couple of months before I finally started like talking in Dean's chat. And then like I've never been very good at social media in general, so like the Discords have always been like this kind of strange, almost foreign concept to me, because I'm like if I'm not actively near someone, then I don't want to tell anyone what I'm doing. Streaming is really just hanging out. Internet people are people too. True blue. It's a true blue fact right there. Streaming is just hanging out with friends. It really is. And I think that's like, you can tell when streamers, new and old, you can tell when they are expectant for a viewer and not a friend, right? Excuse me? I can't go above that guy. Gotcha. But you can definitely tell when they want someone to just watch them, or when they want someone to hang out with, right? Like, and there's nothing worse than like than finding someone that you think is really cool and like a genuinely just entertaining and potentially good streamer, you know, and then, you know, they kind of call you out like, hey, how come you haven't been talking so much? How come you haven't, you know, I just noticed you haven't given me any bits this week. It's like, well, all right, see ya. Like, I don't know, it just turns me off of people so quickly. I'm right there with you. It's really hard to meet people now, especially like in this current, in like the pandemic, you know, in this current climate, like it's very, very hard to meet people. And which is kind of an introvert's dream, right? But I guess even us introverts sometimes got a little bit lonely. we kind of needed some good friends to be with, and we found a bunch of other introverts. Hey, who knew? We're all on the internet this whole time. This is a very giving group of people. And it's like, even if you're not giving money, right? You're giving time. You're giving like conversation. You're giving advice. And it's just, everyone is so willing to give. I don't know if we want to, I don't think we want to take Keybum. That's bad. But yeah, and it's just wonderful. I don't know. It's amazing. Twitch saved me so much. We moved here 6 months before COVID hit. I had nothing in common with people at work, so we literally had no time to meet people and make our friends. So having Twitch, I'm right there with you. I didn't move, but I definitely was in a point of life where I didn't really have time, and then of course COVID hit, but I didn't really have time, and I didn't really know how to meet new people. We've already found our secret room. And Twitch kind of, you know, held my hand through it. It kind of led me, you know, without me really realizing it, kind of led me into friendship, which is pretty sweet. I remember, Dino, I actually don't know if you know this, but when I met Dinokeys, it was a couple of weeks after Soup had found me. Soup kind of hid me in his pocket for a minute because he likes to brag about finding people, and who wouldn't brag about finding me? You know what I'm talking about? High five. Thank you for saving me, Bones. But Dinokeys popped into the stream one day, and he and Soup, you know, had chatted. They indirectly informed me that they were friends, you know, they knew each other. So I was like, oh cool, like it's a friend of Soup, of this child Soup. And so I think I'm like 100% sure it was just Isaac that we were playing, and then you go at the end of stream, you said, hey, what's up with that Bort emote? He showed me the little Bart Simpson that I had drawn. He said, what's up with that? And I was like, oh, I don't know, like it's kind of funny. You know, I got it from a meme and all this stuff, and you, oh, cool. And then you're just quiet for like 20 minutes or so. And I was like, oh, you know, what a nice guy. What a, you know, a nice friend of this child, Suplex. And then all of a sudden you're like, hey, is it okay if I send you something? And I was like, yeah. And you're like, here. And then boom, it was these, it was the badges. It was the sub badges. You just like, the very first time you met me, you popped into the stream, you gave me these sub badges, and I was so like touched and blown away. Dude, I legitimately called my dad after, and I told him, I was like, dude, some guy from the internet, some random dude, like, was just so nice to me. And he made, like, I told him about, I think I had mentioned sub badges. I was like, oh yeah, like I'm looking for someone to make me some sub badges. Like I'm just looking around for prices and stuff. And then just like boom, out of the blue, they showed up, and it was so touching, dude. It was so wonderful to me. And so I was like, I understand. He's the kind of guy who would be friends with this child who draws Wheezing as Sailor Moon. You know, who is without a doubt, you know, a troublemaker. And yeah, anyway, kind of, I don't know where that ending was going, but hey, That's how I met Dino. I think that's just cool too. Dino, it was so cool. And like, and yeah, I was like, you know, I was brand new baby streamer. What does this do? Unlocks the passageway to the Hush fight regardless of the run duration. Using Pandora's box spawns 6 items from random pools. Okay. Okay. That warms my heart. It warmed mine too. I mean, yeah. Yeah. It was good. It's wholesome conversation and chill music at the same time. This is the kind of mood that I've been in for a little while. And it's the kind of mood that I've needed for a long while, you know? So it just feels right. It just feels right. Well, it's kind of funny too, like when you have a bad day. It's not funny. But it's so easy, right, to wallow. It's so easy to wallow. But it's important not to. You know, it's important to just try and remember that you're cared about. I only say it like that because like I'm going through it. I've been going through it all, you know, and like leaning on my parents has been so important. It's been pivotal. Ooh. We gotta. And like leaning on friends and just people who genuinely have your best interests at heart. It's a special thing. It's a special thing. And it even just remembering that sometimes is important. I don't know what I'm doing. I think we're just going down. Also, this lo-fi tonight has been like it's hit the spot. I've been feeling it, dude. So, lo-fi girl, thank you. Thank you guys so much. This has really been one of my favorite streams I think I've ever had. It's just I just feel like it was good. I feel happy, you know? It's pretty good. I love you guys. I will see you probably tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do some Deathloop, so looking forward to it. If not, I'll see you this weekend. Y'all are all keepers. Mwah.